This week in news surrounding Israel, BC Imam prays for the annihilation of criminal plundering Jews. That's the disturbing headline, so stay tuned, friends, for all the details. Well, shalom, everyone. Welcome to this week's newscast. I'm Robert Gottslig, your host. And this week I'm going to be talking about the disturbing anti-Semitic comments of an imam in Victoria, British Columbia. Yes, you heard correctly. That's coming right from here in Canada. And on June 17th, B'nai B'rith reported that a local Muslim preacher has once again been delivering sermons of the most extreme anti-Semitic nature to his followers in Victoria. Jonas Kathrada, who leads an organization called Muslim Youth of Victoria, was recently highlighted by MEMRI TV beseeching Allah to bring annihilation upon the plundering Jews and calling for victory over those criminal plundering Jews. Friends, if you'd like to watch that video clip, we'll provide a link for it in the description below. But this isn't the first time that venom like this is spewed out of this imam's mouth. No, B'nai B'rith also reported that in 2019, advising congregants not to vote in the Canadian federal election, he argued that all Jewish and Christian candidates were filthy and evil. Then earlier in January of that same year, he suggested that wishing Christians a Merry Christmas is a sin worse than murder. Well, it seems that this imam has a hate-on for Christians and Jewish people, and B'nai B'rith is correct when they say that it's appalling that such noxious hate speech against Jewish people is allowed to continue in Canada. And friends, as I've reported around a month ago here on the newscast, on B'nai B'rith's 2021 annual report of anti-Semitic incidents right here in Canada, well, friends, I reported that we got a failing grade as a country to our Jewish friends. Let me just remind you a few of those statistics. For a fourth consecutive year, anti-Semitic incidents, this is here in Canada, friends, exceeded the 2,000 incident plateau, with 2021 seeing a whopping 2,799 acts of anti-Semitism. Also, Canada set a record year for the sixth year in a row of anti-Semitism across the country, a 7.2% increase compared to 2020, with almost 8 incidents occurring every day. And get this, and a 733% increase of violent incidents compared to 2020. Not very good report, Canada. But as I've said it many times here on the newscast, it's not just Canada with a rise of anti-Semitism and anti-Semitic incidents. Friends, it's happening all over the world as Satan continues his work in the children of disobedience. And friends, our response to all of this should be very simple. As God says in Isaiah chapter 40, verses 1 to 2, let me read that for you. God says, comfort. Speaking of the Jewish people, comfort my people. Yes, comfort them, says your God. Speak comfort to Jerusalem and cry out to her that her warfare is ended, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. Friends, and although Israel, the Jewish people, have disobeyed God, and as a result, the curses that we read about in Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28 have come to pass, friends, yet we are still commanded to comfort God's people, and to stand with Him, and to speak out against every form of anti-Semitism, every chance we get. And we at the Friends of Israel Gospel Ministry have been doing that very thing since 1938, and we will continue to do so as long as we have breath. And friends, you can help us in that fight by praying for us. That's what we need, prayer. We need your constant prayers, friends. But you can help us by praying for us, and also by subscribing to our YouTube channel and sharing this content on Facebook and Instagram, and sharing it with your friends, because friends, you know that when you do that, when you subscribe and when you share it, it helps with the algorithms, and which helps us get the message out that people can see it as we post this on social media. And so you can help us in those ways, and you can also help us by donating to the ministry. And if that's something that God is calling you to, just simply click on the donate link provided again in the description below. But let's get the word out together, and let's stand up against such venom that is spewed out against the Jewish people. Because, friends, when it comes down to it, the God of Israel is taking notes. And one day, we are going to see the shift in the millennial kingdom when Israel's Messiah, Jesus, returns. We're going to see a shift from the Gentiles unto the Jewish people. And no longer will the Jewish people be a doormat for the Gentiles to walk all over. And so God's taking note in how we treat them even this day. And so, friends, with that, and until next time, thanks for joining us on another episode of In News Surrounding Israel. Have a great day, afternoon, or night, wherever you may be. God bless.